About a year ago, on Valentine's Day to be exact, I released my last game, QB Quarry, which, I'll be fully honest with, I worked on for about a month total. And with it, I wanted to show myself that I could get something out there that I also see myself in. And I got quite a lot done with only a month's work. So that's why I'm thinking, a year with nothing? Nah, we can't do that no more. Let's mother flippin' lock in. So, I've started this new project, which I know will succeed, because it's one of them burning ideas. You know those moments you just have an idea and it just doesn't leave before it's realized? This is mine, and I can't wait to be able to show you guys progress. I've been heavily inspired, but also afraid, because of this game called Q World. It's an RPG with random generation, where you fight your way to good gear and such, but as of its current state, it's just lacking overall. So I want to give the community and myself a foundation for a game which will live for a long while. And the reason I mention Cube World is actually because I want to align on the game's idea, but then also mix and match it with my own gaming experience. Games such as Core Keeper, Hytale, Terraria, and Trove, and several other MMORPGs. Now I don't imagine it being an MMO live service, but more like Terraria does. Have a world being generated once you enter, and this serving as your save, with several different biomes and later changes in the already existing biomes once you progress. It's going to be mainly exploration with a heavy focus on becoming higher level and improving your gear, so that combat is either a breeze or a challenge you set yourself up for. But I very much think there should be creative aspects too, don't you worry. I imagine the combat system being a bit like Valheim, with melee being able to parry attacks and dodging, so that it is a lot more skill based than just spamming abilities like in most MMORPGs. Obviously the game is going to be made by Voxel graphics like QB Quarry, and the world is going to be made up of these different biomes, which will be harder the further out you get, just like Core Keeper. And in between, there are going to be these procedurally generated dungeons in every biome, and they will differ depending on where they are. So, like the dungeons mod in Minecraft, it's just these random pillars where you can go in and score massive loot, but there's so many monsters inside that is sometimes posed as a challenge. Except, with these, it would be procedurally generated inside another instance. And just like Valheim, I want one of these dungeons in each biome to contain a boss, which will grant you a big step in progression and do the aforementioned changes in previous biomes, such as spawn new mobs or corrupt a certain area. While progression is going to be somewhat linear, you will always have the option to either fight your way up through a grind or go explore. I really want exploration to be satisfying and rewarding, with always being able to travel fast between points of interest and back home again, so that you never have to worry about losing progress. I have not yet settled on how the character progression would be, but I do have a unique idea I wanted to try out. Like in Elden Ring, you have your stats, and different weapons damage scale on these stats. My take on this would be that you can physically feel these stats change your character. Strength would make you able to swing stuff faster, and because of that, then the hits would be harder. Agility would make you dodge roll faster and recovery as well. And then again, it might get changed later, but I want to at least give it a try and see how it works out. That topped out with the usual skill trees and classes, so you feel your choices matter in the long run. A thing I also really want to be able to do later on, when the base game is done, is add easy modding. Terraria is a great example of this, where a mod loader turned into something that game developers themselves added and now support for the game with running updates. I'm well aware that this is going to be a big project, and I'm more than willing to sink my time into getting this done, as it's something I've wanted for a long time too. An RPG with building where each game is unique in its own way. And I'm also asking for a ton, knowing that I want to compete with Cube World. And the only way I can prove I'll finish this is by updating you all on progress, as well as show you my passion in it. Let me know what you think of it all, and if you have any input. I'm already happy that you're watching this, so have a great rest of the day. See ya!